Ways as you and your staff went through the film and kind of talked about game one?
Yeah, just things we could have done better early. They got away from us in transition. The second, third, fourth opportunities that they were able to get on their offensive glass. And us being more disciplined, guarding the ball, having a better presence on the ball, and defending without fouling, and the other four guys being engaged and ready behind that initial defender on the ball. So today was a film session about things we could have done better to help ourselves. And as we get towards tomorrow, we'll start digging into some more specific strategical type things. So it was a good session nonetheless.
There's some discussion about, Rui on Jokic as an adjustment, but wasn't that kind of always part of the plan to have AD off the ball some and have other guys defend him? And how do you see that as the series moves forward?
Well, we said it since day one. He's not a guy that one guy is going to be able to neutralize. Like, it's going to take multiple bodies. It's going to take guys in different areas on the floor to support whoever is in front of Jokic. So, yeah, we're definitely going to mix up the matchup some and throw different pitches at him in terms of coverages and see where we land.
Darvin, looking at the positivity of the second half comeback, is there any such thing as momentum? Does any of that carry into game two?
I think first and foremost, you try to just explore different things, that the circumstances kind of force you into. They came out playing really, really well, and for most of the 2.5 quarters, it wasn't anything concerning matchups or strategy, so to speak. It was just all energy, effort, and urgency, and it's going to be that way. When you face a new opponent in a new series, it's like a boxing match, that filling out period for those first 3 rounds of a 12-round fight. So our biggest thing was just to look at some different things, to try to help ourselves in the moment, but also make some mental notes of what went well and what didn't go so well. So we feel comfortable about where we are. No one ever wants to lose, especially in a playoff game, or especially at this height of where we at now, being one of the final 4 left. But even still, it's the first of 4, and as much information as you can gather, you have to do so.
Those are the things that hurt you early, the playing with physicality, the getting back in transition, the rebound. Those were all things that you talked about going into the game. So how does that happen?
I mean, sometimes your offense or lack thereof can affect, the urgency you have. And it's not so much that, you're a one-sided player. It's just that it's natural human nature to be a little disappointed or discouraged if you don't see a shot fall, or you didn't get a whistle like you thought you should have, and that little quick 1 to 3 second pause or hesitation or self-pity, can turn into a bunch of points for them going the other way. And so we just hit home on those 3 aspects of the game really hard in our film session today. The energy, the effort, the urgency, what we got to come with just to give ourselves a chance and to make all of the particular detail, the cosmetic stuff work. You know what I'm saying? It's not your coverages or your game plan doesn't bring energy and effort or urgency. You have to bring that to the game plan. So that's been the focus. That was the focus today, coming off of game 1.
Coach, this postseason has featured so many great players, of course, including LeBron and AD. But no one has been as steady as Jokic, averaging a triple-double. What makes him such a great player and so difficult to contend with?
Just think his mental toughness, his calmness, his physical conditioning. Their team, they've been together, the coaching staff, the team, they have an unbelievable amount of chemistry, communication, and they know exactly what they're trying to get out of each possession on both sides of the ball. So, and he's spearheading that. He's a selfless player with a high degree of individual skill, and he doesn't force plays. Very similar to LeBron in the fact that he's going to make the right play that's in front of him. And so I think that's cause for them to be, and him in particular, to be extremely consistent.
Any film that you've seen yet at this point of the day, or any different reactions from what we talked to you about last night as things have settled in a little bit from game 1?
No, the same things. Got hurt in transition in the first half, offensive rebounding in the first quarter and throughout the first half. It's really the tell of the game. we imposed our will, played a little physical, played harder in the second half, and was able to cut the lead. But we came out with a slow start, and they capitalized on it.
It's been a bit since you guys were 0-1 in a series. It did happen in the bubble year a couple times. What do you remember from those times about the importance of that immediate kind of game 2 pushback?
Making adjustments. That's what it's about. Each game is its own entity, and they're going to make adjustments. We're going to make adjustments. It's about who make the better adjustments. I mean, we obviously going to come out with a sense of desperation. You don't want to go down 0-2. You want to still win on the road. But it's the little adjustments that usually help you win the game.
As a group, you guys have done a pretty good job with the player struggles of kind of finding a way to lift them up and bring them out of it. So what's the message been to D'Angelo after game 1?
Just keep playing. I mean, obviously, never been in a situation, Western Conference Finals. I feel like I was kind of the same way, when I got there in the bubble. But you just got to keep going, just keep playing. I mean, obviously we got his back. They're never gonna, like you say, have a guy just, keep playing that way. He don't want to play that way. Obviously, he can help the team. But that's a lot. I mean, it's a different situation for him. Always having the ball in his hands. Got to make the right reads, got to make the right plays. Then I think they're trying to attack him on defense as well. So we got his back. We just need him to be D-Lo. Don't think about anything else. Don't go out there and overthink and like, oh, man, I'm not playing well, get in his own head. When he tends to be himself and not think, he's usually fine. So there's no doubt in my mind he'll be better in game 2.